Hi everyone, welcome to Craft Time again. Today we're working on the letter J. J for juice and jelly sandwich. Get out your craft supplies. Let's get started. Let's take a look at what we need for this craft today. So in front of me I have a piece of cardstock. I have a template J. I have some little J's. I have a paper straw, red, orange construction paper, and a flimsy paper plate, as well as another J, which I'm not sure I'm going to use, but I wanted to have an extra, just in case. To start, let's go ahead and work on our jelly sandwich. So, I've got a paper plate here, and I was thinking it would be fun if I took a brown marker and created a piece of bread. So, I'm just going to eyeball what I think a piece of bread would look like. Kind of like that. What do you think? We could add a little bit of crust as well if we want to, but for now, that looks good to me. Let's grab our scissors after we've made our piece of bread and let's cut it out. Now remember to watch your fingers. I really like these paper plates because they're super flimsy, which makes it easier for me to cut when I'm doing crafts. Put this to the side and come on in and finish. Going around, and we'll put this to the side to recycle later. Now, I just want to take a brown crayon and color in my piece of bread. So go ahead, grab a brown crayon or a brown marker. I do like the way that the crayon looks because it looks a little bit textured just like bread. I'm going to go in, and I'm not too worried about staying inside the lines. Like that. A little bit down here, get all the nooks and crannies. And there you go, piece of bread. Perfect. The next thing I want to do is I want to glue that on. So let's take our glue, put it on the wrong side of the bread, which is the side we don't want anyone to see. Bring back our paper, gently press it down. Perfect. The next thing I want to do is I want to put some jelly, but I need some red jelly. So I can eyeball it, or I can take my paper and draw something that I think jelly might look like. Maybe like that. Yours might look a little bit different, but for me, this looks like a good spread. So I'm going to go on in, using this as a template. Maybe I'll change it up a little bit, just like that. I'm going to go all the way around, like so. So when I flip it, doesn't that look like jelly jam on your bread? Let's glue it on. Put it on the wrong side and fit it however you'd like. That looks good. Looks delicious. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my J's and I just want to color one in with a different color. Maybe I'll even do the brown. So let's take our brown crayon and color one of the J's in. You can choose whatever color you feel would be best for your craft. But I'm going to match the color of my bread. And when you're done, you guessed it, let's go on in and cut this one out. Just around. Now it's smaller, which means you want to be more careful and go a little bit slower so you're very safe with your scissor skills. Going around. Curves can be a little tricky. That's why we practice. Wonderful. And I'm going to put that right in the middle of my jelly. J. Perfect. All right, let's keep these ones to the side. And let's now take our J and around. I think we'll cut it out first, but before I do, I want to make some orange juice. So I'm just going to draw a line of where my orange juice is going to be, and I'm going to color in. Now maybe you'll have lemonade if you have yellow construction paper, but because I have orange construction paper, I want to color in my J to match. So I'm going to go around, and you can do the same. Almost done. And then we're going to go on in when we're done with our scissors and go all the way around again. Great job. Wonderful. So let's go on in and cut out our J. Taking my time as I go around the curve and using my opposite hand to help me cut. I'll put this to the side. Come on back in, cut around, watching my fingers to make sure that I'm safe. And just a few more cuts. And there you have it. Now we're just going to glue on our J, like so, on the wrong side of the paper, of course. We're going to place it like so, and get in all the nooks and crannies that maybe didn't get put down. And I think I'm going to grab my marker and put my line like that, just so it matches the rest of my J. And next, we're going to work on filling in the orange. Let's grab our orange construction paper, and let's cut a couple of strips that are small enough, because we're going to put our orange little squares inside the J. So they have to be small, maybe about that size, maybe a little bit bigger. You can play with it and see which ones fit best. So I want to take this and make little tiny squares like so. So just go on down the line and do your best to cut square shapes. And I don't even really need that many. Just like to put a little bit of texture in my juice, like ice cubes, or just to add a little bit more orange color. I'm going to go in and I'm just going to glue it because it's such a small space that I don't have to glue it one by one. And I'm just going to go in like this and add my orange, like so. I like how the color pops. It makes it a little bit different. You can add them however you like. It also gives me a good chance to practice my scissor skills. There you go. And you can also, if you have a couple more, you just put them on top. You know how much I like layering things. Perfect. Now I want my straw to go in. So this is a little too long, so I think I'm going to cut it off just a little bit. Be careful when you're cutting. I'm going to put it like so. And I'm just going to grab a little bit of tape in one spot and just put it sideways across my paper. Wonderful. Now what I want to do is take my big J and just color it in and attach it to my paper. So let's go and grab a marker or a crayon. Let's just go and color this in. I'm going to trace it first, and then I think I'll take my red crayon and color it in. So it's a little bit different on the inside. Let's go all the way around, like so. I'm going to take my J and I'm going to cut it out now. So again, come on back, cutting around, using your other hand to move it, making it a little bit easier to cut. Come on in and around we go, like so. just want to put my J in the corner. So I'm going to take my glue and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on there so that it sticks, and put it right in the corner like so. Wonderful. Now we could go on and we could draw a jar if we wanted to. So maybe I'll draw one right in the corner like this. This is where we take our time and we add little things that are all our own. I'm going to add a jam jar. I'm going to put the label on, and I'm going to write J-A-M for jam. And I'm just going to do that. And I'm going to take my red again, and I'm going to put some jam in here. And maybe I've eaten quite a bit of jam, so I won't fill it all the way to the top. I'll put my jam lid, and it's ready for next time. And jelly, J-E-L-L-Y, and juice, J-U-I-C-E, all begin with the letter J. Great job, everyone. We have some juice, we have some jelly, we have a jam jar, all beginning with the letter J. Great job. I hope you had fun. I know I did. I'll see you next time.